Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sophie and I do lots of food and lifestyle content here and on my other socials. This week I'm doing a what I eat in a week, so I've never actually done a video like this before, and I'm coming to you after I filmed most of it. It's Friday now and I've gone through all of my week from Monday to Friday with all of the meals I have eaten. And please let me know if you enjoy this. I would really like to hear your comments and feedback if you found this video helpful and useful. I've included just my main meals, so my 3 main meals of the day. I didn't do snacks because the video would honestly be too long if I included all of my snacks as well. So it's just mostly for inspo for your breakfast, lunches and dinners throughout the week. I will include the recipes in the caption, so you can find the ingredients lists in the caption if you want to make any of the recipes yourselves, and then you can see like the method as I do it throughout the videos. But I hope you enjoy this, and please give this video a like, a thumbs up and a comment. If you ever have anything to ask me, I would really appreciate if you would write in the comments, because it's lovely to hear people give feedback and it's nice to hear what your thoughts are on these videos. But I hope you enjoyed this style video, and let's just get it started. Okay, so for breakfast, I wanted to make these cheesy pesto scrambled eggs. I've made these a good few times before and they're always so good. So I just crack some eggs into a bowl and add some extra egg whites just for some more protein, and then I whisk this up together. I also like to add some hot sauce into my eggs when I'm whisking them, just to give them a little bit more of a flavor, and then I'll season them with salt and pepper after that. Then I add some spinach to a pan, and then I just let this wilt down. Season this with some salt and pepper as well, because just to give this a little bit of flavor. Then I also chop up some cherry tomatoes. I do these kind of smaller just so that they'll cook quicker on the pan, and then just fry these with the spinach until they become nice and blistered. Then you're going to add your eggs to the pan, so pour these in and make sure the heat is turned down to low. Let the bottom of the eggs heat up first, and then keep pushing them to the side so that they cook. If you leave it on a low heat, they'll just scramble better and they'll just be nicer. Then slice up some sourdough and toast this, and then to your eggs you're going to add the pesto and mix this into the eggs. You're also going to add some mozzarella, so I use grated mozzarella just to make them really nice and cheesy. That's it kind of done. You just get your bread and then butter it. You don't have to butter it either. You could maybe add some avocado here instead, and then just add your eggs on top of this, and this is so good. It's honestly one of my favorite ways to have scrambled eggs at the moment. I also like to add a bit more extra hot sauce to the top and some parmesan cheese, and that is it. You actually should try this one because it's so good. I also just had a coffee to go with this because I always need a coffee in the morning, so I just had this with some whole milk, and it was just my Nespresso capsules that I used, and that was breakfast. Oh yum, they're my favourite eggs.
Oh yeah.
Delish. I'm actually meal prepping today, which I'm recording for my TikTok and Instagram. So I usually do like breakfast and lunch, and I'm doing today like 3 portions of breakfast and of lunch. So I've done breakfast already. I made these. Let me show you. So sorry, now I'm trying to reach over the light, but these are banana granola with matcha yogurt and strawberries. So this is going to be breakfast. Now, because I'm filming the what I eat in a week, I probably just have that tomorrow, and then I'll give the rest to like my mom or my dad or Tomas, because usually sometimes when I'm making so much recipes, I have to give the meal prep away because I always have to be making more stuff, so as long as it just doesn't go to waste. But other weeks then I will eat it all myself, but I probably will have to give the rest away because I'm going to do this video as well for YouTube. And then for lunch, I'm making the viral Turkish pasta. So I actually made this, I think it was like after Christmas time or before Christmas. I remember it well because it was the time I got vertigo, and it was the first meal I made after I had vertigo. I was literally bedbound for like over a week, 2 weeks nearly, and I couldn't walk properly for nearly 2 weeks. So I remember that was the first thing I cooked, but I haven't made it since then. So I'm going to make that for meal prep, and it's so good. It's so easy as well. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'll just show you how I do it as well. So it's really simple, but the recipe is already up on my Instagram and TikTok, so you can find it there as well. But it's actually all over the internet, so it's not like an original recipe. But yeah, that's going to be lunch. Okay, so for the Turkish pasta, you're going to just start by boiling some pasta. I like to salt my water and add a little bit of oil to this as well. And then I cook it for like 8 to 10 minutes and then drain it once it's kind of al dente. Then you're going to add your mince to a hot pan. I like to leave it in chunks first and let it crisp up on the bottom, and then I'll flip it and then break it up. Then just add all of your spices. I'll leave the recipe in the caption, and mix this together. Then add in your onion and fry until this softens. To make the garlic yogurt sauce, it's so easy. Just add 0% Greek yogurt to a bowl, or normal Greek yogurt, and then you add some garlic cloves that are minced and some salt to taste. So if you want to add more salt, you can. Just make sure you give it a taste before you serve it up. For the butter sauce, you just melt butter on a pan with paprika and drizzle this over the top, and that is your Turkish pasta done. Okay, this is the Turkish pasta prep done. I'm actually gonna, so it's a bit colder now because I've been cleaning up and recording and stuff, but I'm going to heat this up. And the yogurt as well should be fine in the microwave. So I've done it before where I've heated up in the microwave and the yogurt has been fine. So I'm going to test it. I'm going to maybe do it like for 1 or 2 minutes and then see what I think. It should be perfect. So that is the Turkish pasta, but it looks so good. My mouth is actually watering because I can't wait to eat it. Okay, here it is. So tasty. It's so good. I have my electrolyte drink, so I was saying these in my last video vlog. It's like an electrolyte drink you can get in Tesco, and they're really, really nice. This one is peach soda. I'm just gonna enjoy this now. Just having tea.
Just having tea.
And a rice cake. Chocolate, dark chocolate.
Never forgot tea on it. Why was it a years ago?
Dark.
Fish at 11 o'clock. 1 o'clock I'm gonna have fish and a rice cake. At 3 o'clock, fish. 5 o'clock.
Don't tell me you're buttering with that knife. Tomas.
Fish and a rice
No,
cake.
get a knife, a proper knife. Tomas.
I don't wash 2 knives. Like, what's the difference?
That's what I have to deal with. Okay, so it's a few hours later now, and I'm not actually making dinner myself this evening. My mum is going to make dinner, so she's just making a spaghetti bolognese. So I'm having like mince twice today, which I don't normally have. I would usually be like chicken like twice a day, but I never really would have mince. But because I'm meal prepping, obviously that's fine. But we're going to have just some spaghetti bolognese now, and pretty self-explanatory as well of how to make that. I've also have a few bolognese recipes on my Instagram and TikTok, so you can find them there too. But yeah, just gonna have this for dinner, and that will be most of my day.
Tesco, the first time I noticed it.
Make some cookies. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. I'm just back from a run. I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle. I'm like struggling with my runs recently. So Sunday I went for one as well, and I was trying to do 10k. I got 8k done at least, but I was struggling and I kept getting a stitch. I don't know, was it after like 3 or 4k, and then it just kept coming back, and I just felt like the longest run ever. And then when I went this morning, the same thing was happening. So I don't know why it's happening, because some days I can go and I'll be absolutely fine, and then the last few days I've just been finding it really hard, but I only did 5k there. I just kept getting the stitch and I was like, I can't go on any further. So, but it's fine, at least I got something done. I'm just gonna have my coffee now with my breakfast, so just put it in there. But I showed you yesterday what I prepped. It's the banana granola and strawberries and matcha yogurt. The yogurt doesn't actually taste like matcha, just if you're not like a matcha fan. I kind of just put it in more for the colour. Because there's vanilla protein powder in there, so that like masks the taste of it, but there was only like a teaspoon of the matcha powder in there, so it wouldn't be strong. But yeah, I'm gonna have that now and with my coffee for breakfast. Let's try and see. The strawberries are so annoying to buy this time of year. They're just not in season and they just go off so quickly. These are fine, but I can tell they're not gonna last that long. It's nice and sweet. I'm so rated about that run. I just don't know why this is like happening. I think you do go through stages of getting stitches, and I don't know, like, I don't know, is it just the time of month or that my hormones are causing it or something? I don't know, but it's just annoying. Okay, I'm dressed and ready for the day, but I just thought I'd show you this Honoractive set I got. I am obsessed. These are the straight leg pants that are like, that went viral and nobody could get, but I managed to get the pink ones because they brought them back into stock, and I got the top to go with it, and I actually love them. They're so comfortable, like you could live in these. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you because I love the colour and it's so nice. Okay, I'm gonna go into town and do a bit of work in one of the coffee shops. I never do this, and Tomas is always telling me to do it, like to get out of the house and just go in and do your like editing or like your meal plan stuff in town in a coffee shop. So I'm gonna go do that now, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. I hope there's plugs now and stuff because I didn't charge my laptop, so we'll see. But I'm gonna go in now, I'm gonna get some petrol and do a bit of work, and then I'll go see my nieces and then I'll come home. But yeah, we'll see how this goes, because then maybe I can make this a weekly thing, because I know getting like doing work at home can be really boring and it can be repetitive, so it's probably good for me to get out of the house and do something different. So let's go. Can I just get a medium iced latte, please?
Any syrups or whipped cream for the first one?
No, thank you.
Do you want the pasta club burrata?
No.
That's $4.75. Perfect.
Thank you. Finished in there. Actually spent a few hours in there and got most of the meal plan done, and then I started some editing as well, which I need to finish because I got really hungry. So I'm actually going to go up to see my nieces now. My sister lives close by, so I'm going to go up and see them, and I'm going to have my lunch up there. I brought my Turkish pasta salad that I made yesterday, so I'm going to have that again today because I don't want it to go to waste. It's the last one. Tomas ate the other one yesterday and I did too, so I'm going to have that for lunch, and then I'll make something new then for dinner later. That didn't curdle. Say hi, Hallie. Oh. Say hi. I played it already. I'm gonna have your lollipop.
No.
Woo! Hi guys, it's a little bit later now, so I'm going to make dinner and just get started on it. And I'm going to just make a 1-pan chicken fajita. So you've probably seen these before. It's like called a sheet pan. If you like Americans say sheet pan, but it's going to just be all of the ingredients just chucked onto a baking tray or a pan, cook it in the oven, and then you just assemble it into your fajitas or your wraps. And like, I'm going to put them with some sour cream. I actually have some avocado as well. It should be very easy to follow. Okay, this recipe actually turned out so good, and it was really easy as well. You're going to start by just prepping the veg. So I used a red pepper and I sliced this really thinly, and then I also used a green pepper and did the exact same with that. I also used a red onion and also sliced this really thinly. I find this hard to do sometimes to get the onion really small, but it just will cook better. So I did that, and then I added the peppers to a bowl along with the onion and garlic. For the chicken, I then sliced it into really thin strips. I used about 400 grams of chicken, I think, for this, for 4 people. Then I made the fajita seasoning. So I just did paprika, chili powder, cumin, smoked paprika, onion granules or onion powder, garlic granules, sugar, salt, and black pepper, and give this a mix, and that is your fajita seasoning done. It's so easy to make. I added the chicken then to the veg and the fajita seasoning, drizzled some olive oil over this, and I also added barbecue sauce just to give it a bit of extra flavor and a little bit more sweetness, and then I mixed this all together in a large bowl. I then placed all of this on a baking tray, and then I cooked it in the oven, I think for like 20 to 30 minutes, just until everything cooks through and becomes nice and juicy. You can definitely enjoy this on its own in a wrap, but I decided to make some of my favorite guacamole, and this is how I make mine all of the time. Guacamole is one of my favorite things ever, and I just love it so much. But basically, I chop up some cherry tomatoes and I remove the juice from the middle just to get rid of all the seeds so it doesn't become watery, and then I chop up the tomatoes really small. I used 1.5 avocados for this. I always try to get the Hass avocados. They just taste the best in my opinion and are always just a really nice green color. Then I added in the cloves of garlic that I minced. It was 2 cloves of garlic and the juice of half a lime. I added in some salt, but you can keep adding more salt if you like. Just taste it and see if it needs more or not. Then I added in the cherry tomatoes and some coriander, and that is it. It's honestly the best ever. Then I just toasted some mini tortilla wraps on a pan just to lightly brown them. When the chicken and veg have become nice and juicy, you can remove it from the oven. Then I assemble all of the little wraps with the chicken and veg mix. I added some cheddar cheese over this, and then I added sour cream. I also like to make my sour cream a little bit watery, so I add some water to that and then drizzle it over. Then top with your guacamole, and that is it. Your 1-pan barbecue fajitas are done. So easy to make, and the whole family loved it. Good morning, everybody. It's a new day. I am just back from the gym, and I had a slice of bread before I went to the gym this morning and a coffee, and then I also got a protein bar because I had to go for a car test, which it failed. So it was a lot longer there than I thought. Well, it didn't take that long, but I was just hungry by the time I got to the gym, so I had a protein bar, and now I'm home and I'm going to just make a yogurt bowl. I think just a quick yogurt bowl. I have some chia seed pudding left from last week, so I'm going to put that on top of the yogurt bowl and just put a bit of fruit on top, and that will be me. So I've kind of already eaten a bit already this morning, so I'm just going to have this to tide me over until lunch. Okay, so I'm just going to add some Greek yogurt. Just using the end of this. There's 150 grams there, so and just spread. Okay, some chia seed pudding. This is on my meal plan, by the way. Okay, banana, kiwi, some kiwi. Those golden kiwis are so nice. They're like really sweet compared to like the normal kiwis. A few frozen raspberries and some peanut butter and cinnamon, and a drizzle of honey to give the yogurt some extra sweetness. The chia seed pudding is actually really nice. It's like mixed with coconut milk and stuff, and it's really nice with yogurt as well. So there we go. That's it. Recipes are cold. We're freezing. I'm going to make some tea now as well. These are, I talked about these before, but they're the M&S shortbread tea. So nice. They taste biscuity. And it's just lovely. It's just a really nice taste if you like that. All the nice cups are in the wash. I'll put in this one. I'm so weird about cups. Like I need to drink from a nice cup or else I won't drink it. And I always leave my tea to sit for like 10, nearly 15 minutes sometimes, because I hate when it's boiling hot. I know I said this before with my coffee, that I like my coffee really like boiling, but when I drink tea, I need it to be a certain temperature. I don't know if anyone's the same as me, but it needs to be like hot, like almost boiling, but hot enough that you can gulp it down, if you get me. It has to be that perfect temperature. Lukewarm, no. It has to be almost boiling, but warm. I don't know. That's the only way I like my tea. If it gets lukewarm, I'll have to heat it up in the microwave or something. But there's like a perfect temperature that I like for it. I don't know if that is just me, but I'll leave this to sit for, well, it says 3 to 5 minutes on this, but yeah, leave it to sit for like 5-10 minutes. And then I put milk in it, and it's really nice. Okay, it is lunchtime. I'm absolutely starving, so I'm going to make some pizza toast. When I have sourdough bread, I always like to make pizza toast because you just kind of need sourdough for it, and it's just a good way to use it up as well if you feel like you don't get through your sourdough. But I am obsessed with pizza toast. I have burrata as well, which I got in my shopping, so I'm going to put burrata on it. I have tomato, and that's going to be it. It's so tasty. It's honestly so good. So I'm going to make that now, and it's very, very simple as well. First, we're just going to oil these a little bit, or if you even have oil, spray, and then rub the oil in, and then you're just going to pop it under the grill just to toast this slightly. You don't want it to get too burnt because you'll be putting it back in. So I'm just going to place it under the grill for a few minutes. Okay, next we'll prep the tomato. This is optional, but I would highly recommend. So cut into really, or slice into really thin slices. Just like this. You need 6 slices of tomato. So do I have 6? Just about. Right. 1, 2, 3. Why can't I count? Okay. Now you are going to, sorry, I probably should have cleaned that. So what you're going to do is just get rid of the seeds, because we don't want seeds on our pizza toast. So you're going to squeeze over some lemon juice onto the tomatoes, just to give it a little bit of more flavor. Then we put some flaky sea salt, I cannot talk today, sea salt on top. The Malden sea salt is the best. And then some pepper, and then just leave these to like marinate while your pizza toasts. Check on this, because the grill really cooks like bread fast, so we don't want to burn it. Turn up a little bit. Guys, look at this tracksuit I got. Well, it's a cord, but it's a tracksuit from Zara, and I actually love it. The lighting's not, I feel like I say this all the time, but the lighting is, what am I saying about the lighting? This is it. It's actually brown. I don't know if you can tell, but I really, really like it, and they have like a different color in it as well, which I want to get, and it's just really comfortable, and it's kind of chic, you know. And I have my Oakley shoes on. These are so comfortable, and I know people will probably think they're ugly, but I enjoy them, really like them, and I feel like they go with this tracksuit as well. So yeah, just a little outfit update for you. Just grating some cheese. I have mozzarella here as well, and I just need a tiny bit of cheddar to put in, or to put on it. This is crisped up, but it needs to go on a little bit longer. This is the burrata I get from Tesco. It's the Tesco finest one. I love burrata so much. I love mozzarella and I love burrata. I probably won't eat all of this. Well, I won't eat all of this today, so I'm going to put some in a bowl and store it that way. Oh, that crisped up so fast, look. And I wasn't even done a second ago. Okay, so pour the burrata juice in here so you can store this for when you want to eat it. I probably will have this like tomorrow or even later. Toast is done. We're going to put our cheddar. I think it's cheddar and mozzarella. Yeah. Okay, we put the cheddar and mozzarella on this part, and then we'll put the tomato paste on top. So put some cheddar and mozzarella on the toast, and we'll pop them back in. So like this, and then this melts, and then we put the sauce on. Okay, so like that, and then put these back on the grill, and we're going to cook that again for just until it melts, basically. And I'm just going to turn down the heat because I don't want it to burn, because the bread really like toasts up in there. There's a few steps to this, but it's fine. Okay, this is already done. It really does happen fast, so just mind your toast. Right, so we put like a tablespoon of tomato paste on both slices of bread to just over the cheese. So do we have some sauce? Or if you have like marinara sauce, I think you can do that either. But marinara sauce isn't really a thing, I feel, in Ireland. Like, I don't know if you can actually buy it. You can buy pizza sauce. I don't know if marinara sauce is the same. I don't know. Then we go in with the burrata. Now I'm gonna have to cut it, and the middle part is all gooey. I love that part, so nice. Okay, I'm just gonna break it up and put this on the cheese. Can you even see me? I don't know if you can. Okay, let me move you up. So we're breaking it up, putting it all over the toast. So yummy and creamy. And then you top it with the tomato. Okay? So put your tomatoes on top. And then it's actually really quick. So you put this then on top, and then you pop this back in under the grill until the burrata melts and everything kind of cooks. Okay, so back in. And we dropped everything. I was meant to put Italian seasoning on the tomato paste, so I forgot. So do that. If you have some like dried herbs, put that on it, but it's okay if you forget. The next bits are optional as well, but I would recommend. So you're going to top it with some parmesan and hot honey, and then you've just got the perfect pizza toast. This hot honey, I'm so sad because I bought this when I was in London in the summer in Whole Foods, and I just don't feel like they make them like these here. Like, there is hot honey that you can buy in the supermarkets now, which is good because I feel like you couldn't buy them like a few months ago, but this is just unreal. JD's hot honey. So I need to go back to London for that because it's just the best, and there's just nowhere really that I've found that does it the same. Now it's jalapeno infused, and I seen in Tesco they did have a jalapeno infused hot honey, so maybe I'll buy that and see. But for now, this is my favourite, and I'll have to go back to London. I want to go back to London anyway, not just to buy some hot honey, but I just want to go back. I love going to supermarkets like abroad, and I know London and Ireland, England and Ireland are like similar, but I just feel like we need a Whole Foods in Ireland, because I would go there a lot if it was here, but it probably would be in Dublin, so I probably wouldn't even get to go to it that much. But yeah, anyways, if you're in the UK, get that hot honey. Okay, our pizza toast is done. Now, like I was saying, it cooks really fast, and then sometimes it can burn the toast a little bit, and then because I was waiting for the cheese to bubble on it, it kind of burned the outsides, but that's okay. It's still going to taste delicious. The rest of it isn't burnt, but that's what it's looking like. So we're going to put that there. And the other one, there's a big load of cheese after falling down. Okay, so we're going to put some parmesan over the top. Okay, so as much as you like. Then our hot honey. I'm going to put some fresh parsley on the top because I feel like it makes it look nicer, I suppose, but it does. I love parsley, so it's nice to like top things off with that. But also optional if you don't like parsley. So over the top. And here is the best lunch you'll ever make. Honestly, this is one of my favorite things to eat ever, and it tastes like pizza, and even nicer sometimes, I think, too. But look at that. Yum. Okay, let's taste. Usually I would cut it actually. Maybe I'll do that. Yum. It has some cheese pull. Okay, it's dinner and I think I'm going to make a cheeseburger bowl. Haven't made one of these in a long time. So I'm going to do some chips, air fry them, and then make like a salad, and then the mince and cheese and burger sauce. And that will be dinner. It's actually so good and I haven't had this in a long time, so it would be nice to make it again. Starting off with potatoes, I just washed these and dried them. Then I used this cutter to get the crinkle shape. I actually got that on Amazon and I have it linked in my Amazon storefront, which is in my bio. I seasoned this with some garlic granules, salt and pepper and oil, and placed it in the air fryer at 205 degrees Celsius for 18 minutes. That usually does the trick, or it might take another like 5 minutes. For the burger sauce, I'll leave the recipe in the caption, but it's just basically ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard and pickle juice. Add oil to a pan on medium heat, then add your mince along with the onion and all of the spices and mix this. Add a dash of water as well just to give it a little bit more of a saucier texture. Then I add my cheese on top and let this melt. That's basically it. You're going to just assemble your bowl with some shredded lettuce that I shred really finely. Add your cooked chips, your cherry tomatoes, and just place these all around the bowl. Add your mince with the cheese and drizzle over that burger sauce, and that's it. I top mine with some pickles, but you don't have to if you don't like them, but I think it really gives it that cheeseburger flavor. And that is it. It's such an easy dinner idea. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. I'm just after going to the gym this morning and I'm after showering, so that's why I'm in my dressing gown. But I just made a smoothie for breakfast. This is like a skin boosting smoothie, like a collagen smoothie, and it's going to be on my meal plan platform, so the link is in my description if you ever want to sign up or find anything there. But yeah, I'm just going to have this for breakfast now and just kind of fancy something really fresh this morning. It's actually so horrible out though today. It's a very like autumny, dreary day, the rain and everything. It's actually really nice and fresh. Yum. Okay, I'm going to show you my favorite iced coffee recipe at the moment. So Hailey Bieber put on her story what she orders, and then I tried it at home and it was actually very, very good. And I feel like it's the perfect sweetness because I don't like my iced coffees really with any sweetener, and if I do get sweetener it has to be like 1 or 2 pumps. So I tried this and it's actually delish. It's literally just vanilla and cinnamon over a double shot of espresso, shake it, pour it over milk and ice, and it's perfect. So I'm going to show you, well, there's not really much to show, but I'm just going to show you what I do, and I'm going to have that now. Okay, for lunch today, I'm going to make a chicken salad because I have chicken, I have lettuce I need to use, and I have the burrata left over from yesterday. So I'm going to just make like a chicken burrata salad and just going to keep it simple. I am starving, so I want this done quickly. So I'm just going to make a chicken marinade, put the chicken in that fried on a pan, and then add it to a salad with some burrata, and that will be it. I was really weighing this recipe and I didn't know what way I wanted to do it, but I started with my chicken. I used baking paper and then placed this over the top and beat down the chicken breasts until they were nice and flat. Then to a bowl I added white wine vinegar, soy sauce, olive oil, oregano or Italian seasoning, salt, pepper and parsley, and then I mixed this together for the marinade. I added then the chicken into this and coated them in this. I also forgot to add the garlic, so I did garlic granules on top and then mixed this together. Place these on a pan and then fry them on either side until they were cooked through and browned, and just make sure that they're cooked properly. For the salad, I wanted to keep it really simple, so I had these Italian mixed leaves in my fridge, so I used those and I put some olive oil, salt and pepper on it and massaged this into it. I added some chopped cherry tomatoes, then just check on your chicken, make sure it is cooked, and I also added some sprouts, which I have. These are really good for like a filling on a sandwich or breakfast or a salad. And then I added a squeeze of lemon juice and red onion, and that was my salad. It was so easy. Once my chicken was done, I just sliced this into thin strips and placed it all around the bowl, added my burrata that I had left over from yesterday and put some salt and pepper on top, and that was it. This was so tasty. You need to try this one. Okay, it actually turned out quite nice looking, so let's taste and see if it tastes as nice as it looks. I've seasoned everything really well, so I feel like it will taste nice. Like, I feel like there's going to be a lot of flavour going on. Let's get a bit of everything. Red onion. Oh, that's really nice. So fresh. Oh my god, the burrata. Honestly, I could probably just eat a whole ball of that on its own. That is really tasty. Usually I always would like make a salad but like have a big kind of carb. I feel like you actually don't need it with this. It's really, really yum. With all the veg and stuff as well. You should definitely make this. Okay, I completely forgot to show you my dinner, but I basically had a chicken stew. My mom made it, and it was just like chicken in the slow cooker with stock and veg and potatoes, and that was it. But yeah, I completely forgot to show, but I will leave the recipe in the caption, or the ingredients list in the caption, so you can see there. But that was my dinner. Good morning, everybody. I am just going to make breakfast now. I'm back from a run, and I didn't realise how horrible it was outside before I went, but it was actually lashing rain the whole time. As you can see, this is what you can't really see the rain there, but it was not nice out at all. But I actually didn't mind running in the rain. I know I said before that I would never run in the rain and I just leave it off, but it's actually kind of nice, and I had to wash my hair anyway, so it was fine. It worked out well. But I'm going to make some hot honey, I think halloumi, with some eggs, like some breakfast tacos, because I have halloumi to use and I need some protein, so we'll get some eggs in, and I have those mini wraps which I used for the chicken fajitas during the week, so I'm going to make that for breakfast. For the halloumi, I just sliced this into 4 thin strips. I heated up a pan on medium heat along with some olive oil and placed the halloumi on this and cooked these until they were golden brown. I cracked 2 eggs into a bowl along with some egg whites just for some extra protein, and added some hot sauce again to this like I showed you in an earlier recipe, and whisked this together. Then I turned my halloumi over, just making sure they were cooked, and poured my eggs into the same pan. Now you don't have to do this, you can use separate pans, but I was just lazy. And then season your eggs with some salt and pepper. I forgot, but you're meant to add spinach to the pan first and then pour in the eggs, and then drizzle the hot honey over the halloumi and toast your tortillas. You can do this in a toaster or on a pan. Then just assemble everything to the tortillas, add your eggs, your cherry tomatoes and your hot honey halloumi, and that is it. It's such an easy and delicious breakfast. Okay, that's it done. It doesn't look amazing, but it will taste good. And that's it. I was listening to Taylor Swift's album, which is out now, and I've already listened to 2 songs and it's really good already, so I can't wait to listen to the rest of it. But let's taste this first and then I can get back to listening. Hot honey halloumi is just the best thing ever. For lunch, I'm after making this spicy chicken pesto pita. This is also going on my meal plan platform, so this and the smoothie will not be included in the recipe caption just because they're like members only ones, but because I'm showing you what I eat in a week, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So it's literally just a little pita sandwich, and I actually used the chicken from yesterday that I cooked for the salad because I did 2 chicken breasts, so there was some left over. So I just use that. But this actually looks really nice. The rain is not okay today. It's actually, there's a storm coming. Well, the storm's already here, I think, but it's actually the most horrible day. I haven't seen a day like this in a long time. It is awful. It's so like miserable out. But anyway, oh my god, all the juice is dropping. Okay, let's try this. Everything is falling out. But it tastes good. Oh, thanks. They are nice glasses, aren't they? For the final meal in this video, I made a prawn pasta. This is honestly the easiest recipe you will ever do. So you literally just put oil in a pan, thinly slice some garlic and fry that off. Then you're going to cook some pasta and then add some tomatoes to the pan along with the garlic and let these blister. Add in some frozen prawns. I like to use small baby prawns for this. Cook these and then you're going to add the pasta to the pan, mix everything through and season with salt and pepper. You're going to serve it up in a bowl along with some parmesan and fresh basil, and that is it. It's such an easy recipe, really simple dinner idea, and it's really tasty as well. Very few ingredients needed. But that is all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know if you made any of the recipes or if you enjoyed any of the recipes, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.